Hey, Treasure Hunt fans, Joe Pal Big D back here again with another collection update. I had such a great success with my collection, my Scream Factory, Shout Factory collection, so I thought my next entry would be my 4K collection. Before I start showing you what my 4K collection looks like, I do want to let you guys know that this are all my 4K movies with the exception of the Steelbook ones that I have. I did want to double dip on this one because I'm going to be doing a Steelbook collection video in a couple weeks, and I do have a significant amount of 4K Steelbooks, and I felt that it was just going to be redundant to show them in both videos. So I will point those out in that video, which ones are 4K and which ones aren't in that video, but this is just my straight 4K collection, what I have, whether it be box sets or just the straight movie itself. So, yeah, let's get started. So the first one I'm going to show you, and these are no order. These are absolutely no order. They're not alphabet. They're nothing. I just grabbed them off a shelf, put them down. I'm going to show them. So the first one to show you is the one I just picked up this week, and one I was really excited about, which is Superman the movie 4K for the 80th anniversary of the Man of Steel. I am so excited about this and really stoked about it, and to have it on 4K is just amazing. I will be watching it this weekend, so that's got that one. Next I have, and I need a slipcover for this, and I know there's one out there, The Watchmen on 4K. Really good movie. I do love this movie. It's really well done. It's got Negan in it, so, you know, you can't go wrong with that. So, The Watchmen. Next we have a really good movie that actually won the Academy Award last year for Best Picture, and that's The Shape of the Water. I actually really like this case. I like the way, let's see how the light bounces off it, kind of gives that color effect. It's a really good movie, and man, even the back has the same thing on there, so Shape in their Water, or the Shape of Water, sorry. I always say that wrong, I don't know why. Next is a box set, and it's a really cool box set. I just had to have it, I don't know why, because I got this. I have a huge box set of this movie. I have several different versions of this movie, but every time, I just love this movie. And that's E.T., the collector's edition box set. This is really cool because it comes with, so you get the lenticular art in the front. See how it goes, you get the, inside, you get like the CD soundtrack, a booklet on the movie, and then the actual 4K movie itself. So when I saw this, they put this out, I was like, man, I gotta have this. Like I said, I got there was a huge DVD box set that came out a few years ago. I mean, it's massive, and I have that, and I have a couple other different versions of this movie, but you just can't go wrong with E.T. So I have that. Next I have, it stands to reason, Man of Steel in 4K. I mean, if I'm going to have Superman the movie, I might as well have Man of Steel in 4K too. This looks really good in 4K as well. So we have Man of Steel. Next is another box set. Like I said, this is all random. Next box set. And this one I was really excited about getting because I love these movies. I think this trilogy is almost near perfect. I mean, it's really, really well done. And that's the Planet of the Apes 4K trilogy right here. These are amazing movies. I love all of them. I mean, oops, I'm dropping stuff, but here they are individually. I mean, you've probably all seen them before. They don't come with the slipcover on me because you have the thing here, and there's the back with Caesar. But these are really, really good movies. I love this series. I mean, I really love this series. So to get the 4K box set is awesome. And next we have a classic, and I mean, this is a classic among classics, and that is Blade Runner. You can never go wrong with this movie. This movie, I remember the first time I was introduced to this movie was when I was in high school. I took a class, and it was a English class, and we were doing a stuff on like film noir and stuff like that. And the teacher showed us this movie, and I was completely blown away. I'd never seen it before. I was completely blown away by it. I love it, and this is just a great Harrison Ford movie, and it looks really good in 4K too. And then next we have, I'm not going to do these just yet because I'm missing one here. It's got to be somewhere else. Next is the most recent Tomb Raider movie. This is a really good movie too. It looked really good in 4K. You know, it's Tomb Raider. I mean, you know, it really kind of made this one really follow the video game, the last video game that came out. But I did like it. I thought it was a really well done movie, and they kind of set it up for a sequel. Next, and these are, I might as well just show both at the time. John Wick 1 and 2. Can you really go wrong with these? I think not. These are near perfect movies as well. I can't wait for next year when the third and final installment comes out. Keanu Reeves, man, just so good. So John Wick 1 and 2. Next one, and this one, I really wanted to see it in theaters, but I didn't get a chance to see it. I just bought it when it came out, and that was Hostel. The cinematography in this movie is incredible. It looks beautiful. This is a really well done movie. Christian Bale, I mean, just really good movie. I really, really liked it. The picture looks amazing on this one, so it's definitely a 4K for all the way around. This one I got really cheap, and I want to say I got it last year for Black Friday. But Lucy, I'd never seen before. I just bought it. I like Scarlett Johansson, so I just bought it. It's a really good flick. It looks really good in 4K. I actually have the steelbook of this one too. I found it at Big Lots for $5. But this is a good movie. Really, really well done. Like it. Slipcover. Boom. As you can see, I try to get slipcovers for all these things. Some of them don't have slipcovers, but yeah, I do the best that I can on those. The next one is American Assassin. Another great movie. I really like this movie a lot. It looks great in 4K. It's, yeah, awesome. Okay, here's the other one. So the next one is a trilogy, and I love these movies as well. And it's the Mummy trilogy. So the Brendan Fraser movies. You got the well, let's do this right here. The Mummy. You know, I remember when this movie came to theaters, I saw it 3-4 times in theaters. I love this movie. I can put this movie in any time and watch it, and it looks beautiful in 4K. Then The Mummy Returns, another great movie. Really like this movie as well. Looks beautiful in 4K. And then the last one is Tomb of the Dragon Emperor. This one, I do like it, but what bums me out is because they couldn't get the actress back to play Evie again. And the new actress, not, you know, she's a good actress, but I just don't like movies when they have to replace characters. You know, when they keep the same character, but they replace the actor or actress. That always kind of rubs me a little bit the wrong way. Because it's a flow issue for me. Like, I just feel like it just doesn't fit. You know, it's still a good flick, but it's just not as good as the first two. But I got that in 4K. Okay, stuff's falling down here. Next, and I was going to get this on Blu-ray, but when I went in the day to buy it on Blu-ray, they didn't have any. All they had was a 4K, so I bought the 4K. I'm not upset about it. I really do like it. And that's Downsizing. This was a really good movie. It was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. I actually really enjoyed it. I really felt bad for Matt Damon the whole movie. He kind of got the shaft every time he turned around. But this is definitely a really good movie. And it looked really good in 4K. Next, these are two movies put together. Matter of fact, I just heard today that Netflix is going to be doing a TV series based upon these movies, and that is Pacific Rim 1 and 2. I really do love these movies. I'm a little bummed that Ron Perlman wasn't in this one, but these are really, really good movies. I really enjoy them. The special effects are really good. They're really, really fun movies. You can't really take them overly seriously, but they're fun. And like I said, Netflix just said, I read it this morning, that they are planning to do one of their TV series based upon this. So I can't imagine how it's going to go. It's going to be really expensive because those Jaegers in the movie, that's all digital effects. But I'll be watching. Next, this is another box set. And I'm a little bummed I bought it this way. I got it off of Amazon because I thought it looked really cool. I pre-ordered it from them. I thought it looked really cool. And then it came in and I wasn't overly happy with that. And that's Spider-Man Homecoming 4K. I actually thought this was a mask. It's not. It's just a piece of plastic that, matter of fact, I'll show you. It's just a piece of plastic that, like, yeah, doesn't really, I think the eyes move or something like that. Yeah, you can make the eyes go bigger and smaller. But, and then the disc is like, the discs are right here. This kind of pops open right here. I don't like this setup. I feel like it's too rinky-dink and like it's going to break really easily. But I thought it was an actual mask, so it's my fault. I'm the idiot. But I thought it was an actual mask. When I got it in, I was like, oh, man. And I can't justify buying it on 4K again because I already have it on 4K. So it is what it is. Won't be doing that again. So Spider-Man 4K. Next, we have a movie that I remember seeing this in theaters, and I love this movie so much. I really do, and I think it's a good family movie, and it's great for historical purposes as well. And that's The Patriot. This movie looks incredible on 4K. It looks really, really good. They did a good job of cleaning it up, and it looks really good. It's a Mel Gibson classic. I know a lot of people have issues with him, but I really like this movie a lot. This is a really well done movie, and I usually watch it at least once a year. So The Patriot. Next is another great movie, and I actually have the steelbook of this one as well. This one blew me away. I didn't think it was going to be that good because Andrew Garfield can be kind of hit or miss, but Hacksaw Ridge, this movie is so good. I really love this movie, and the 4K looks absolutely amazing. If you haven't seen this movie, I highly recommend it, even if you're not into hardcore action movies, like hardcore war movies, because he never picks up a gun throughout the whole movie. So it's really, really good based on a true story. I'd highly recommend it. The next is another box set, and this is kind of a little bit smaller box set, but it's the Predator movies, was it 3-movie collection, although this is outdated now, is it not? Because the Predator came out to theaters about a month and a half ago, so they're going to be reissuing this box set again. I won't buy it again. There's no reason to, because the new box set, it'll be the same discs in there, so no reason to. So I'll buy it separately, and it's Steelbook coming out too. But come on, Predator, can you, I mean, the fortunate thing about this one is they fixed all the problems with the Blu-ray version of the first Predator when they went back and they, like, cleaned it up where it didn't look right anymore. They restored this again. These 3 movies look amazing on 4K. The soundtrack is amazing. They just look really great. I highly recommend this. I do know this is on sale on Black Friday, so I would definitely pick it up. The Predator trilogy. Next we have, and I know I'm going to get crap for this. I know I will, but I do really like this movie because I'm a big fan of the actor, and that is the updated version of Conan the Barbarian, starring Jason Momoa. I actually really like this movie. The 4K is okay. It looks just a smidge better than the Blu-ray, but I really do like this movie. And don't get me wrong, Schwarzenegger's still my favorite Conan, but I think this is a pretty good movie for what it's worth. Next is my only movie of this series in 4K, I think. I'm pretty sure, yeah, I think it's my only movie in 4K, and that would be the last Transformers movie. Was it the Last Night? This is the only one I got in 4K because I got a really good deal on it. I would like to get the other ones too, and I do believe the box set might be on sale on Black Friday. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I do have this one, and I do like this one. I'm a big fan of Mark Wahlberg, so it's kind of a thumbs up for me. Next, we have a movie starring the Scientologist, and that would be Oblivion. This is a good movie. This movie kind of surprised me. Went to theaters. I kind of felt like it was a departure from what Tom Cruise normally does a little bit. But I actually really liked it a lot. The cinematography is beautiful in this movie, and I actually really like the story. So it's actually a really good movie that looks great on 4K. Next, we have the movie that everybody and raved about earlier. That was this year or last year, and that is Baby Driver. I do like this movie. I'm sure I get comments on this one. I don't think it's as great as everybody else said it was. I do enjoy watching it. Don't get me wrong, and the 4K looks great. But it was so hyped up for me. But by the time I finally saw it, I didn't think it lived up completely to all the hype that everybody said. I have a funny feeling if nobody said anything to me about this movie, I sat down and just watched it, I probably would have liked it a lot more had I not had all this hype built up around it. But my friends and people I've been talking to, stuff like that, were all saying, oh, it's the best, you gotta watch it, it's so amazing. So I built it up so much that I watched it, I was like, it was good, but hey, I've seen better. But it is a good, don't get me wrong, it is a good movie, and it does look great on 4K. Next we have Superman versus Batman, or Batman versus Superman. I call it Superman versus Batman because I like Superman better. But here's another very good movie. It looks good on 4K. I do have a steelbook of this one as well. So there's that one. Then we have, I believe this is my only movie in this series on 4K as well. I don't think they have anything else on there. And that's, was it Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tell No Tales? This looks really good on 4K. And this is one of Disney's first 4K to put out. And I mean, they did a really good job on it. Looks really good. The movie's not bad. I kind of feel like it did tie up the series a little bit because I do know that he has stepped down as Jack Sparrow. He's not doing any more Pirates of the Caribbean movies. And my understanding is I read recently they're gonna go back and restart the series again and start all over again with it and reboot it. So, but this looks really good on 4K, and I would, if they all Pirates of the Caribbean movies came out on 4K, and they may be, I just don't know on that one because I've never really looked. I would pick them up though for sure. Next, I'm gonna do these 3 movies together, and these 3 movies they hold a special place in my heart, and that would be the latest Star Trek movies. So this is Star Trek. And then we have Star Trek Into the Darkness. And then the last one we have is Star Trek Beyond. These 3 movies, first off, look absolutely amazing in 4K. But also, they're Star Trek. And if you know anything about me, if you see my channel, even if they were bad, I'd say they're good probably. But they do honestly look really good. I do think that they're awesome movies. I'm really glad to have them in 4K. I do have steelbooks for all 3 as well. And I do have several other things. And, and to be honest with you, I will be doing a Star Trek collection update here pretty soon too. So you can see what my Star Trek collection looks like. But these are all 3 Star Trek movies. They do not have right now any of the original Star Trek movies, the original series crew being William Shatner, or even the Patrick Stewart Next Generation movies. They don't have any of those 4K yet. Paramount, if you watch this or get any wind of this, please consider those movies, especially Star Trek 2, I think would look unbelievably in 4K. Star Trek 4 as well. I think even Star Trek First Contact would look really good with all those Borg scenes. So please, Paramount, put those out. The next movie I have here, and this is the only one I'm extremely disappointed about because I didn't get the slipcover for that, and that is The Fifth Element. Don't get me wrong, movie looks great on 4K, and I love this movie, but I am so bummed that I missed the slipcase on it. I just did. I don't know why. I was gunning for the Steelbook, the 4K Steelbook, and I missed it. I couldn't afford it at the time, so I ended up picking up this, but by the time I ended up getting this one, the slipcover was gone. And I did get this on Steelbook, but I got the regular Blu-ray version because I never could get this one on 4K. I couldn't find it. But Fifth Element looks amazing. If you have never seen this movie, I highly, highly, highly recommend it. It's a great movie. It's a lot of fun. Next is another movie that it just kind of creeped at me and I really enjoyed, and that would be San Andreas. Say what you want, I'm a big fan of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, and this was a really fun movie, especially because a lot, I live in California, so seeing a lot of this stuff was like, oh yeah, like he's the Giants baseball stadium. My brother works for them, so it was like being there. It's like, oh, I've been there, I've been around there, I've been over there. So this actually was a really fun movie, and it looks good on 4K as well. This one looks unbelievably, ridiculously good on 4K, and that is Dread. If you haven't seen this movie, I highly recommend it. It is a reboot from the Sylvester Stallone classic from the 90s, but this one oh man, I can't believe this. Carl Urban plays Dread this time, and Carl Urban, obviously, remember he was in the he popped up every once in a while in the Xena series on TV and the Hercules series on TV, but most notably he was from Star Trek. He played Dr. McCoy in the newer revamped version of Star Trek, but this is really well done. Lena Headey's in this movie too. She's on Game of Thrones. There's a drug that they take in this movie, and when they take the drug, they go into slow motion, and on 4K, it's wow. I can't really say more about that. Dread, just check it out. Next we have, okay, I'm going to get even more garbage on this one. I know I am. I don't care though, because I'm a big fan of Taylor Kitsch, and I'm a big fan of Liam Neeson, and and that is Battleship. I know people are going to rip me apart, the stupid movies like that. I was actually on the Paramount lot when they were filming this. It says Universal, but they were using part of a Paramount lot to film some of the big ship scenes. So I remember they were filming at the time. I love this movie. I think it's a lot of fun. You can't take it seriously, but this is definitely a lot of fun, and I really recommend it if you're just looking for a movie, a great popcorn flick. There you go. 4K, it looks really good too. Next is, without a doubt, in recent days, one of my most favorite horror movies that have come out, and that would be Cabin in the Woods. I just watched this recently for just before Halloween. You just can't go wrong with this movie. This movie is so good, it's ridiculous. It's just so much fun. It's a throwback to like old school horror, but it's also got a lot of new elements in it. It's a great, neat story, what they tell and the reason why these kids are having these problems, stuff like that. The 4K does look really good, although it's not much of an improvement from the Blu-ray, but it does look a little bit better. But Cabin in the Woods, man. Next is another great movie. It's a remake, and I really love it, and I've watched it probably 4 or 5 times. And that would be The Magnificent Seven with, oh gosh, look at these guys. Chris Pratt, Denzel Washington, Ethan Hawke. I mean, this had an all-star cast. It was really well done. It was good to see a movie, because I was a big fan of the original Magnificent Seven. So it was good to see that they did justice. I felt they did justice in this movie to that movie. And the 4K looks really, really good. So that one's good. This is the only movie I have in the series, and I do like this series. I just have this one, though, because I got a really good deal. I got it for $5. I picked it up. And that is Hunger Games: Catching Fire. This is my favorite one out of the series. Out of the 4 movies, this is my favorite. I have a tendency to be a little bit weird. The second one, the fourth one, then the third one, and the first one. I was not a big fan of the first one. I thought the first one... No, I take that back. I think back. No, the first one would be third, and the fourth one would be fourth, because the fourth movie I felt was really drawn out. The first one was okay. There's parts I liked, parts I didn't like, but the second one, this one was really, really good. I think at this point, the people who are playing these characters really kind of grabbed hold of their characters, and the picture looks amazing. So, Catching Fire. Next is another big box set, and this one came out, and I saw what it did, and I had to get it. So this one is Close Encounters of the Third Kind box set, and the reason why I wanted this one so much, well, first off, I did watch it and it looks really cool, and I've always been a big fan of this Steven Spielberg classic. But where's the thing here? But it does this. I hope you can hear that. I just think that's really cool. It's like straight out of the movie, and everything lights up and stuff like that. It comes with all kinds of cool stuff. It comes with the book. It comes with the 4K movie. But I love that. I saw that. I fell in love with it. I just like when they do little gimmicky things like this. And this is really cool. It's a great movie. It looks really good on 4K. Would I say it's a massive improvement? No, but I think it's enough of an improvement that it definitely makes worth the purchase. And I mean, this is one of Spielberg's classics, and it's one of the ones I've liked the most, believe it or not. I do love E.T. It's like that too, but this movie's always held a special place in my heart. So, Close Encounters. There's the back for you too, with all the little music notes from the movie. So that's that one. Next, and I'll probably get some garbage from you guys from this one too, but I actually really like this movie, and this is The Mummy, starring Tom Cruise. This was the Walmart exclusive. It comes with some sort of viewing, I don't know, virtual reality like thing you put over your face. I never did bust it out, but the movie itself, it actually was really cool. It actually does come with a slipcover inside the box set too. So, but I actually really liked this movie. I thought it was a lot of fun. I didn't take it seriously, and I really liked it. So, we got The Mummy. The next one here was a really good World War II movie that I really, really enjoyed, and it looks amazing in 4K, and that is Dunkirk. Really good movie, looks incredible. Matter of fact, one of the customers that I help actually was here, so I got to talk to him a little bit, and so did my wife, and it was really cool hearing his stories. So this was a really well done movie. I really liked it, and it does, again, looks really good in 4K. Next one's another superhero movie, kind of superhero. It's almost an anti-hero movie, and that would be The Suicide Squad. And yes, I do like this movie. I do. I think Jared Leto was a really good Joker. I like the cast of characters. Is there plot holes in the movie? Sure, there is. The one character I didn't like was her right there. Was it the temptress or huntress or whatever? Not the huntress. Come on. I didn't care for her character. I thought it was. I just didn't like it. But the rest of them were really good. I thought they really did a good job. They are making a sequel, so I am stoked about that. So Suicide Squad. Next movie is a recent pickup that I got, and I broke my rule of holding up on 4K for Black Friday for this one because I had a sneaking suspicion it wouldn't be on sale, and that is the Hotel Artemis. One of my top 10 movies of this year, for sure. I love this movie. If you've not seen this movie, I highly recommend it. The cast is amazing, from Jodie Foster all the way down to Jeff Goldblum. Wow, they do a really good job in this movie. This movie I love it so much. I highly, highly, highly recommend it, and the 4K looks awesome. So Hotel Artemis. The next one is the Target exclusive for Solo, a Star Wars story. I do get the 4K of. I did double dip on this one. I do have the 4K steelbook as well, but I definitely want to get this one as well because I love the cover. So the first cover of this, the back of it, it's just like a full-on classic scene. It has a lot of cool stuff. It has a book in here. Let's see here. It comes with. Oh, maybe not. It comes with there's a book right here. There's a book right here, and then you got the movies all right there. And it's just a really neat box set. I really liked it, and I thought it was really cool. And I don't have a tendency to buy. I don't get the Digi books as much at Walmart because I'm a bigger fan of Steelbooks, but in this case, it's Star Wars, and I gotta go for it. So, Solo. Next is another movie a lot of people didn't like, but I really like this movie, and that is King Arthur. I like this movie a lot. I thought it was a lot of fun. It was Guy Ritchie, and I love Guy Ritchie movies, and it was definitely, I loved it. I thought this was a great movie. And most people didn't like it. Most people bashed it. But one thing you got to know about me is, as long as it entertains me, I'm going to like it. And this movie definitely entertained me. So King Arthur. And it looks good on 4K, too. The next one, I haven't watched this on 4K yet because I need to sit down because it's a long movie. But I know it's going to be awesome, and that is Braveheart. This is, without a doubt, one of my top 10 favorite movies of all time. I saw this movie 4 or 5 times in theaters when it came out. I love this movie from beginning to end because it's not just an action epic. It's a great story. It's a love story. It's everything all balled up in one. Mel Gibson hit a home run with this movie. There's a reason why he won a bunch of Academy Awards for it when it came out. So this movie is just unbelievable. I love this movie so much. Braveheart. Next, we have another movie that's it's another home run. This is a really well done movie. It's really well acted. It's got a great cast. The cinematography is beautiful, though, just like a Braveheart. And that is Fury. If you've not seen this movie, you're doing yourself a disservice. This is a great movie. The 4K looks tremendous on this thing. The picture looks great. The cinematography is great because it's all the land. I can't. Yeah, this is a great movie. Highly, highly recommend it. Next we have, and this one on 4K looks beautiful because of the use of color. And that one is Annihilation. I believe this was a Best Buy exclusive for when it first came out. I think it's out everywhere else now, but I think originally, like, it was only available at Best Buy. Yeah, till oh no, not yet. No, it just went out to everywhere else because according to the bottom of the sticker here, it says Best Buy exclusive until 10/29/18. So up until the end of October, this was only available on 4K at Best Buy. but this is a really, really good movie. It's a little slow. It's a slow burn. I will openly admit it's definitely a slow burn. But the colors in this movie and with the using of the HDR, holy cow, this looks incredible. It's beautiful. It looks awesome. Now, I haven't seen the DVD Blu-ray version yet, which it does come with the Blu-ray version. Well, I watched the 4K, but holy Hannah, this is definitely one you want to watch. Definitely want to see in 4K. Next, we have another movie. It's a Sam Raimi movie, which a lot of people don't realize this is a Sam Raimi movie because when you say Sam Raimi, you associate that with the Spider-Man movies or the Evil Dead movies. You don't really think of this. That's Quick and the Dead. This is a really good movie. You got a young Leo in here. You got young Russell Crowe, Gene Hackman, Sharon Stone. Really good movie. I mean, a lot of fun. It's a great Western. He did a really good job. Sam Raimi did a really good job of directing this thing. The cinematography is awesome in this movie as well. This is a massive improvement to the Blu-ray. A massive, massive improvement to the Blu-ray. It looked incredible. I love that because there's a lot of grain throughout. They left the grain, so it looks very old-timey. Definitely highly recommend it. Quick and the Dead. Next movie, and I actually haven't seen this movie yet. I picked it up and I haven't seen it, but I got a really good deal on it. It's Hereditary on 4K. I haven't seen it. I heard it's really terrifying, but I have read some reviews that said if you're going to get it, you want to go with the 4K because the 4K looks awesome. So I got that one. Next is another movie, and this is without a doubt probably, I would say one of the best shot movies for cinematography wise, especially in 4K, and that's Murder on the Orient Express. Man, this movie looks good in 4K. It just beautiful. It's a good movie. Don't get me wrong. I really like this movie. I know that they're doing a sequel using the same character with another mystery, and I'm really looking forward to that because this was a good movie. Really well acted, really well done. Like I said, the cinematography is beautiful. The 4K looks. I mean, when they're traveling the train going through the snow, it just, oh man, you can literally make out the little snowflakes as they're coming down. It just looks beautiful. So highly recommend it. Murder on the Orient Express. Next one is a no-brainer, and this is a no-brainer because I'm a huge Schwarzenegger fan. I love Schwarzenegger, and if you don't know, I have done it. And I'm actually going to do a video on this at the end of the year. I have done a quest where every week this year I have watched a Schwarzenegger movie. Yeah, there's been a lot of repetition because he only has so many. But for every week, once a week, I watch a Schwarzenegger movie. So this one, Terminator 2, Judgment Day, bam. Now, I got to say this, it does look good on 4K, but if you have the Blu-ray, you would be okay too. There is some definite improvements in this. It definitely looks better, but I thought it was okay. They definitely cleaned up some stuff I was glad about. There's a scene when he's on the motorcycle and he's coming off they're on those water ducts and he's jumping off to go in the motorcycle go down into the lower part of the duct to where Edward Furlong's character is, and you could see in the original, you could actually see it was a stuntman who was doing it. So they cleaned that up and they superimposed Schwarzenegger's face on there, so it flows a lot better. They did that to a couple other scenes in the movie where you could actually see the stunt double rather than him. So I think those are great improvements. I like that because it kind of adds to the film. Like, okay, see, it's not just some dude. But it does look pretty good on 4K. I wish I would have gotten the exoskeleton hand. Remember they had that hand that came with this? Wish I would have gotten that, but way too expensive. But it does look good. So Terminator 2. Next we have, and I'm going to get garbage for this one too. I know I am, but Hercules. I actually really like this Hercules, The Legend of. I think it's a fun movie, and it looks good in HD. Not HDR. The 4K looks really good on this. It really does use the HDR for the coloring, stuff like that. It really does. It does have very bright, vibrant colors to it. I thought this was a fun movie. I liked it. Got it for cheap. Picked it up. Hercules, The Legend of. Next one is, and this was a movie that my wife said, you just got to watch it. Just watch it. I guarantee you'll like it. Pick it up. I got it for Black Friday last year. I was just watch it. Just watch it. You'll like it. And that's The Last Witch Hunter. And the reason why I was a little bit hesitant is Vin Diesel for me can be very hit or miss. Some of his movies I love, and then other of his movies I'm just like Babylon AD. You know, you're like, what happened here? So he can be very hit or miss for me. Even the Triple X movie he did, the sequel to his Triple X he did, that one wasn't that. I didn't really care for that one either. So, but this was a really good movie. Again, the picture looks incredible on this thing. I actually really recommend it. Definitely, it's a good movie, The Last Witch Hunter. And my last 4K, at least for the general 4Ks, not my Steelbook, but my last 4K, is a movie that I saw when I was working in a movie theater 3 years ago. I must have seen this movie, I don't know, every break I would go in and watch parts of it when I was on my breaks. I've seen it several times. It's a movie I could put in any time and just love it, and that is The Martian. This is such a good movie. It's another one of my all-time favorite movies of all time. This is the extended edition with all the extra scenes and stuff like that makes the movie even longer. But this is such a good movie. In my personal opinion, one of Matt Damon's best movies he's ever done, other than Good Will Hunting and stuff like that. But this movie is so well done, and it looks beautiful. The landscapes look beautiful in this movie. The 4K really draws out a lot more out of the picture, and it just looks beautiful. The Martian, just a good movie. So that is it for my 4K collection. Again, these aren't the one, I'm missing my Steelbooks. I do have a lot of Steelbook 4Ks. I picked up Incredibles 2 4K this week, and along with I got a bunch of other ones. So because I had Wonder Woman 4K, I got Batman vs Superman 4K, I got them all in the Steelbook. So, but those will be shown in my Steelbook thing later on. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's a little bit long. 30 minutes is kind of a long time, but I do thank you all for hanging in there. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you do, please let me know below. Click the like button. Also, leave me some comments if you'd like to see more collection videos. I do have other ones planned, but I want to see if people are interested in them. You know, please let me know what you think. Do you own any of these movies? Even if it's ones I got, you're like, why did you even buy this? Let me know. Let me know which ones you think are that I made a mistake on. I don't care. I love them. That's cool. But click the subscribe button if you want to see more videos by Big D, especially collection videos. Click the little bell button to be notified. Thank you again for being subscribers. You guys rock. I do this partially for me, but I do a lot for you too, because it's kind of nice to know that other people are out there watching my videos and, you know, and sharing the coolness that is my movies. So thank you all again. Always remember to keep hunting, because you just never know what you're going to find. And as always, live long and prosper. Bye.